Good day. Good day, good day, good day. What a time to be alive. Let me put this on mute. Alright. What a time to be alive, to be here. I know day 6 was quite interesting, and day 7 was just really getting that ball rolling on kind of setting some boundaries and getting us started, and so y'all can understand a little bit more about me. If you all want me to do like a Q&A, then you just let me know. If you do not know what a Q&A is, it's a question and answer. You just hit me up on either one of my social media platforms, or I have my email address on my YouTube channel. So hit up my email and just ask me some questions, and I'm gonna go through and pick some questions and answer them. Some things I will not answer, just for my own personal reason. As I said, it's just, to me, certain things, hold on one second. Certain things you should be able to keep to yourself. And what I'm about to talk about actually is the internet and how that really has affected a lot of ways that people communicate. And also some of the damage that it does and can do, especially when it comes to receiving information on a dime and then reporting on that information without really having any time to digest that information. And I get you want to get the news out, right? I get that. But at the same time, when you do it, you do have to be mindful of the energy that you have behind it. Because sometimes when we have certain energy behind certain things, it has a certain effect on other people. So of course, I know if you have TikTok, then I know for sure you've seen a lot of a lot of bills that have been passed, a lot of things that they are trying to pass and get into play and into motion. And it becomes a thing to where you're also playing into certain things. That's just the reality. But how you do it can make a lot of the difference. And before you speak on certain topics that ultimately have something to do with the decision of a multitude of people, or supposed to, then I recommend first taking time to digest it yourself and process it yourself. And from there, process it yourself, and from there, then you can really give it to the people as it is and make your own suggestion or state your own thought. But try to give it to the people as it is first. And then let the people go through that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what you're doing is helping or influencing people to think or move in a certain way. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm not saying because y'all are just talking regular. Like, a lot of times you all are pushing what you want only, and then also calling people different names and things if they don't view it the same way you do. Sometimes you got to put it into a different type of perspective, because otherwise it comes off as fear, like you're just spewing out fear like a news network. And that's going back to day 6. Day 6 is exactly what I mean about you falling into the same things that they want you to fall into, and it becomes a this or that situation. And it's like, you only got to this, but really, there's always an option to pick neither. You know what I mean? There's always push to pick this or that, but it's always also an option to just don't go with any. There's don't go with neither. So don't go with any one of them. So sometimes you're pushing a narrative because that's your rush, your call to what you think is going to work. But maybe that's just none of it is working. And I don't think that people take time to really sit and think of that one. But I get why. I get why. But it's also the thing where you don't sit back and process this information you're given. You put it out there because, one, you want to get it to the people quick. 2, you want to make sure your video is going to get out there. We know how that works. And 3, you want to push your own thought process. So I just want to say, be mindful when you get on the internet of when you talk to anybody, really, sometimes, man, because sometimes you can have so much energy behind what you want that you are basically forcing people, not forcing them, but in a way persuading them with so much emotion that this is what you have to do, this is the way, this is it. But again, all you have to do is just speak your piece and speak it as it is as much as you can without putting all of your emotion into it. And I get that it gets you upset. Trust me. Looking at this stuff will make you be impulsive. And as soon as you read it, you want to go and make a video about it. As soon as you see it, you want to go and make a video about it. It's like, I get that. I understand it, but it's not the best option, right? Then your comeback to that is, so should we just let it be? Not let the people know? Well, again, it's a way to just let people know, hey, go check this out. It's saying some crazy stuff. This is where you can go and read it out. Have y'all heard about this? You need to go and check it out. Right? And if multiple people are just keeping it that cut and dry, then people are going to go themselves and read it instead of just taking what you say and the next person who's in that same topics algorithm, and then people will start to not care at all, and then you're back at square one. So I think we as people, day 6, should be a lot more strategic, because the people that you're dealing with or that you're trying to spread news about are very strategic, and they know exactly how you and everyone else are just going to be so a lot of times they use that exact thing to fuel and to get, they use that exact thing to get you to do exactly what they need for them. So again, just sit back sometimes, man, and see, are you being played? I know you don't know what's real and what's fake out here anymore. I know, I understand that. But that's what I mean. Like, we are capable of so much more if we just sit down, calm down, and think. Use your brain. Get with like-minded people and use your brains. Okay? Learn how to compromise. Use your brains. They use their brains until that part doesn't work with anymore. So that's when they have to use, you know what I'm saying? Um, so just be mindful, man. Just be mindful. Just be mindful of how this all works. Do a little research on how do a little research on how this works. Start seeing the patterns. Pay attention to the real parts of this. Get out of la la land and continuously drinking the milk when you are an adult. You know what I mean? Hopefully you do. You're still drinking the milk and you're grown. You know what I mean? You're grown. You're grown. So, it's so many of us in this world. So many of us. So many of us are so gifted. I'm not talking about knowing how to sing. I'm not talking about knowing how to rap, how to play a piano. I'm not talking about how to make the newest bike, to make the new electric car. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not talking about any of that. What I'm talking about is y'all are gifted people. And you just don't use it. Half of you don't use it. Half of you run away from it because people have told you it's one thing over the other thing. You have not even researched it yourself. You have not looked into it. Some of y'all, I know over here with my people, a lot of times you just don't know your history, and also your people don't talk about the history. So just start with you. Start with the oldest you can start with, that's willing to talk and that's willing to share, and go from there. And again, get with like-minded people, man, because it gets stronger then. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. That's all I want to talk about. I really don't even want to talk about anything else. Cause I really need us to slow it down. Slow it down and think. We still got some time to just slow it down and think. A lot of fast moving and not enough planning and processing. You all have seen how the different things that you have done have worked. Don't use the same tactic over and over again. But just know, you all have shown what you can do before. Okay. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Y'all be light. And have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day.